Live from ABC 7, this is News at 6.
We have a crime alert right now. The doors of a Lehigh Acres casino-style game center are now closed. The Lee County Sheriff's Office took all the games at Luxxor games out after executing a search warrant last night for a tip on illegal gambling. Deputies seized more than $5,000 and thousands in gaming equipment. Today, customers still tried to get in but got no answer at the door. And that news is hitting some of those players hard.
We do like it. We don't overdo. It's a day out, and it's just not fair that they close up like this. Now, what are we going to do?
She said, what are we going to do on Thursdays? Well, we tried reaching out to the owner of the Luxxor by phone, but it just goes to voicemail. According to Florida statute, people who won cash at the Luxxor could actually be in legal trouble as well. ABC 7 is getting you more right now on Florida gaming laws.
Yeah, this has been an issue for the last couple of years in Florida. Tonight, ABC 7's Christy Andrews joining us to explain why operators are kind of having a hard time following the rules, and quite frankly, officers are having a hard time enforcing too.
Exactly. There's a lot of gray area, and I talked to an attorney today in Fort Myers who walked me through Florida statute 546.10 that went into effect in 2015, and he says the new statute is a lot stricter, but there has been a lot of gray area over how game centers can operate.
ABC 7 found some gaming centers closed off from the outside, but we wanted to know what goes on inside.
I would say the average player would go there, spend the entire day, have a free lunch, and maybe spend $50.
They play games for prizes, but it's a slippery slope what's allowed by law.
It's a lot of stuff to identify what to do and not to do.
Attorney Kevin Jursinski practices gaming law in Fort Myers. He took us through the current statute on gaming laws that went into effect last year. It says gift cards, cash, and alcohol cannot be given away as prizes at gaming operations. It also forces operators to change games from games of chance to games of skill.
I think there's a lot of games operators out there who are just simply not operating in accordance with the law. Not because they intentionally want to violate the law, they just simply may not understand it.
It's not just difficult for operators. Jurzinski says the statute can also be confusing to enforce.
And it's very hard on law enforcement to come into a place and identify, is this a game of chance, like a Cherry Master or a video game that resembles a slot machine, versus a game of skill.
He says the current statute is so restrictive, it's difficult for operators to comply.
The best way an operator can do this is to set this up properly, have proper advice, set up their games properly, and have their prizes identified properly, and then demonstrate that to law enforcement.
Jurzinski works with operators to advise them on how to comply with the statute. Another problem, he says, is the statute can often be enforced in one county and not in another. In the case of the Luxxor raid, Jurzinski says investigators must have determined the equipment confiscated did not meet the new statute requirements. Reporting live in the studio, Christy Andrews, ABC 7.